Hello, good morning, America. This is the original G of DC, the epitome of the DMV, spitting knowledge through poetry. I want to say, greet my brothers in peace. Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers, and praise the Lord. Praise the Lord to all my Jesus brother followers. Man, it's gone. Is this? I can't believe what I'm saying, man. Is this really going on in our country today? It's crazy. This is by far the most unprofessional, most unintelligent election I've ever seen in almost 50 years. I'm still trying to comprehend it. It's crazy. But look, let me share a little story with y'all for a moment. I've been in this country almost 50 years, and I have not once yet seen one man do anything great in this country to change anything. Now, I agree with one thing Donald Trump said. America is a garbage can today compared to what we used to be and how we used to be 40, 50 years ago. That's the only thing I agree with him on. You got the Democrats, few of them anyway, crying and sucking their thumb and sucking on titties, and they mad and upset because they lost the election. Okay, well, get over it. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Are these the people that seriously, y'all the people that was voted in to office by the people to represent us? Come on, this is what we have to deal with for representatives? Y'all need to rethink that situation as far as voting is concerned and who you voted into office. They over there crying and moaning about you not going to show before the inauguration. Okay, well, keep that to yourself. Who cares, man? Like, that's all you people are doing is causing more conflict and more friction between the people, man, by staging all this demonstration and all this crazy stuff. Because at the end of the day, when all the smoke clears on Monday morning, he's still going to be your president. And all you in the House and the Senate crying and whining, you can be right there at work because you ain't got a choice but to show up for work. Yeah, you going to be right there with them, doing what you're supposed to do. So let's get over that crap, man. Look, for the 50 years I've been in this country, I watched us go from the greatest country on earth, land of the free, leaders of the free world, and all that other good stuff we used to say. Having a strong economy, man. Everybody had money. Everybody had jobs and opportunities when you wanted it. And we went from that. I've watched a constant decline over the last 40 or 50 years of our country, man, and our economy. And it's scary. And it's sad because we talking about the same political system, not the same people, but the same process that's been in place over the last 50 years, man, that hasn't done anything but destroy our country. The same promises about how you gonna do this and do that, same Republicans and Democratic process, and people need to understand that politics is nothing but a con game. If you want to know the true facts behind politics, it's a con game. It's a struggle over power, two groups struggling over power or who's going to control the money and the influence in our country. That's all politics is. I mean, come on, let's keep it real now. We used to buy cookies. You could in the 1970s, in my generation, could buy 5 cookies like a penny. You get 5 big old oatmeal cookies for like 5 cents. Everybody had money, even poor people had jobs and money, man. But look at it now. You got people out here, 85% of the American working class Americans say they're not satisfied with their jobs. Okay, that's it. Hey, that's where it is right now. Because I mean, you voted these people in office. Don't forget that. Now look at it like this: democracy, our so-called democracy, says that democracy is a democratic government in which supreme power is held and used by the people directly or indirectly through representation. So who's been representing you for the last 50 years? Republicans and Democrats. And if you go back 16 years ago, we had a Republican president who waged war against 2 different countries. Yeah. And the Republicans and Democrats supported it. Yeah, that's right. And we went to war to 2 different countries. One supposedly being looking for terrorists and bin Laden for what happened at the towers in New York. And the other one was with Iraq, which we later on found out was a fraudulent accusation, which had underlying motives behind it, other than looking for terrorists and weapons of mass destruction. It had nothing to do with it. We stopped looking for bin Laden for some strange reason after we went over there and bombed those people's country in Afghanistan, destroying and killing innocent people, bombing things, still didn't find bin Laden. And at the last moment, we suddenly changed our direction to Iraq for some strange reason, forgot all about bin Laden, and we over in Iraq now, talking about we looking for weapons of mass destruction and trying to find Saddam Hussein. And since we never found the weapons of mass destruction, which because it never was any. The media grabbed something, a story, or made up something and ran with it and had everybody believing we were over there looking for some nuclear bombs or looking for weapons of mass destruction, and it never was any. And it was a lie from the beginning. It was the Bush administration and his crew who went over there looking to steal those people's oil and to put a puppet regime into place to help them control the oil and control their government. And evidently that failed too, because after all the smoke cleared over that one, we come back home, some came back home, and we still, no weapons of mass destruction, no bin Laden, and now we're in debt. Our economy is crushed. We nearly go into a semi-depression. They call it a recession now. And nothing was accomplished. People were broke. People were losing their homes. The economy was crumbled. And then we decided to vote on a black president. And then in comes Obama, who stepped right into a big pile of shit that Bush and the Republican and the administration left behind for him to clean up. You got to bail everybody out now. Car companies crying about they were hurt by the recession and we need help. Please bail us out. If we don't bail us out, our economy is going to collapse and all this good stuff. And Obama went for it and started passing money out to everybody. And after that was over, we found out later on that now all these major corporations, car companies who were crying bankruptcy, that was a lie too. Because as soon as they got the money, they started throwing parties and taking vacations and giving bonuses to the executives and shit. So, I mean, this country is, man, this place is out of control. And now we are where we are today. Y'all are jumping up and down about a Republican president. Who we? Big deal. Now what? I'm just waiting for the joke to come in and the laughing start, because I'm gonna be laughing when all you Donald Trump supporters and all you supremacists and rednecks who popping up like weeds. I'm gonna be sitting back laughing when the economy collapses again. Of Because it's going to happen. The Republicans own the House and the Senate now, and they're going to go crazy with power. They are power hungry people. Trust me. Power mad. First, they're going to go and see how much they can steal in the Middle East and in the other countries, in foreign countries they can corrupt and they can control. And then they're going to come back here. And look at it like this. Republicans and Democrats are like good cop, bad cop, right? Republicans come in, oppress the people, crack the whip, start making people tell them, yeah, you got to go to work, and you got to work and make bricks without straw. Like Pharaoh did with the, children of Israel. Got mad and started oppressing the people, cracking the whips. And look, you're going to do the same amount of work you've been doing this time, but now you have to go find your own supplies and resources. And that's what the Republicans are going to do. Yeah, you're going to get a chance to find a job and work, but they're going to crack that whip. And all y'all who thought that something great was going to happen in your life, yeah, okay. Come back to me after 4 or 8 years from now and tell me how much greater your life has become because you voted Donald Trump in office. Donald Trump is a businessman and a billionaire. And he surrounded himself with all his rich friends. If you haven't noticed, all his people that he's appointed to his cabinet are probably millionaires by now. And only thing difference gonna be when Donald Trump leaves office, he's probably gonna be a lot richer, and all his friends gonna have their pockets packed up. And the Republicans and Democrats gonna be right there with him, smiling and grinning, and they're gonna have forgotten all about all this old demonstrations and this and that and whining and crying, because all they want is to get their pockets filled. Because that's what it's all about. Politics is just a con game. And they playing games with people's lives, yours and mine. And they've been doing it for the last 50 years. I've been watching this happen for the last 50. I've been watching this con game go on, and nothing's changed. Like I said, we done went from the greatest country in the world, with friends everywhere in the world, strong economy, everybody's happy, to a constant decline up to now, almost over the last 50 years. And today, America is struggling just to maintain a position as a world leader. And who do we have to thank for that? Some say that our politicians, Congress and the Senate, someone in there decided that that we should bring in some other people to help us manage our money and our economy. And what happened was somebody else controlling our money in our banking system today. It's not like it was. And whoever these people are, evidently, they don't give a damn about the American people. All they're concerned about is keeping the control over the power and the influence in this country. And the Republicans and Democrats are part of it. All they're concerned about is getting a seat. When you vote these people into office, all of them say the same thing. All of them had the same. I think that they just before they're voted in office, all of them are sworn in, right? And I think all of them use the same platform. They just reword it and speak off of it and put the hand on the Bible and go through all the motions, right? And say what they think you want to hear. They already know what they follow, statistics and polls and surveys, so they already know what to say. They just need you to vote them into the seat, and then once they're in, there's nothing in the law that can make them live up to their to the expectations of the people. There's nothing in the law that can make these people who you vote in office do what they say they're supposed to do, or keep the promises that they say they're going to do. Nothing. And they know that. So once they get in office, they don't give a damn whether you vote them in on the next term. They would like to go for another term, but they don't care because most of them get rich in the first 4 years in office. And they, let me tell you, this is the process when you're dealing with politics. This is the chain of command. Once the filthy rich corporates corporate agencies and big business and all them put their bid in for the people who go for office, right? Promising them. And you don't hear this or see this because this is under the table. So they, look, do this for me, and I got you when you get in office. They help finance the campaign, put them in the seat. Once they get in the seat, they got 3 priorities. First one is self, okay? When you vote a politician in office, their first priority is self, putting money in their pocket, because that's how they get paid. Their second priority is paying back all the filthy rich people who finance their campaign and who put money, who's going to be slipping, little money under the table to them throughout their time in office for doing favors for them. And the last people on their agenda is you, the voter. Yeah. You get the crumbs that's left on the table. And life goes on. And your life does not change. I don't give a damn who you put in the office, who you put in the White House. You can put a big white gorilla in the White House. You can put a monkey in the White House and train them how to go through the formalities and the motions. And life in general is not going to change. You still going to be poor. If you're poor now, you still going to be poor when the House switches from Democrat, control switches from Democrat to Republican. If you're middle class, you're still going to be middle class when the House switches from Democrat to Republican. And the same for upper class and on and on. Because the key, the idea with politics is to maintain control over the money and the power. That's what you need to remember when you vote these people in office, okay? So, does it really matter who you have in office? It's all of them work for the same agenda, is what I'm trying to tell you. And they're going to make sure that they maintain control over the money and the power in order to keep their positions. That's how that works. And if you don't vote them in the office the next time around, they just wait a few years and run for some other spot, some other office, or wait for somebody else to come in and pull them up, But the game goes on, and nothing changes, is what I'm trying to tell you people. You still, if you're working now, working class American, blue collar job or white collar job, it doesn't matter. You're going to be working that same job unless you decide to switch to another job. You're going to be working for the next 30 years, maybe 25. You can get an early retirement plan. 25 or 30 years before you can retire. And by then, you're so damn old, you can't even stand up straight and enjoy your retirement. Your retirement, the way it's set now, Social Security and retirements are set in these corporate America and the government. By the time you retire, your ass gonna retire with 1 foot in the grave. What kind of retirement is that? Because you got filthy rich people right now who don't even think about what they're gonna do on Monday morning. They're not thinking about going to work. They don't give a damn. They're throwing house parties on Monday morning. On Friday, they riding, taking rides on yachts on the Potomac or wherever they are, in their world. And you still worrying about how you gonna get to work on Monday, and you worrying about when you gonna how your 401k plan or whatever your retirement plans IRAs, individual retirement account. They trying to steal that from you even right now as we speak. They're trying to find ways to get their hands on your money because this, like I said, we don't control our money anymore in this country. It's somebody else. There's some fool in Democrats or Republican in the party decided to bring other people, outsiders in, and to handle our money and our finances. And that was a serious mistake because now, as you can see today, it's like a dollar store. Dollar store America. When the hell has we ever had to need a dollar store in America? That's crazy. Everything is cheap, generic. You have to you talking about spending 10 times the amount of your money for something that probably if for instance the cars that you spend $10,000 for a car. It probably didn't take but $50 to make the car. You understand where I'm at? I'm just trying to give you a reference point. You get a product that costs $100. It probably didn't cost me $10 to make the product, or even $5. And they made it in a sweatshop in a foreign country. Then they shipped over here, and you paying for the shipment, and they raised the price about 10 times what it really costs. If you notice on the commercials now, and it's almost every day you see it on commercials and on internet, they pushing all this. We gonna give you this amazing product, and it does all of this, and this is a $150 or $300 value, and we're gonna give it to you for only $50. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's because this shit didn't cost but $50 in the first place. But they conning you, playing game with you about. See, it's so much con going on in this country, especially since this internet thing started, and it's out of control. And you need to wake up, America, and find out what's really going on, and start researching and get educated. No, even I'm just basing what I see now, the intellectual, the IQ of average Americans, especially the young generation today, is ridiculous, man. I mean, they don't have, all they're concerned about is technology. They obsessed with this technology, but whether they know it or not, technology is being used by the government for something totally different, other than just to make your life convenient. You understand what I'm saying? You need to be careful about what you ask for in this country, because in a while, technology is going to be so widespread and it's going to be so prevalent in this society that you might not even be able to step out your door without seeing a government camera pointing in your face. As a matter of fact, there might be, eventually the law might get to a point where they're going to be putting government cameras in your home, and soon, and drones flying around your window, peeping through your window at night with infrared and x-ray technology on it, peeping through your house. That's where it's getting. And you need to wake up, people, and figure out, stop being so obsessed with this technology, because it's gonna be real disappointing for you in the end, because the government is using it for something totally different, other than making life easy and making making your world more convenient and making you happier. You're not gonna be so happy. So I'm just putting this bug in your ear before you get it from somebody else, and it's too late. That, hey, I'm writing a new book, and I'm gonna put it out soon, and I want y'all to, hey, when you see it, it's called The New World Order, written by Timothy Leon Donaldson. That's me, aka the original G. And pick it up and read it when you see it, because there's a big message in there, and I'm trying to help wake people up, man, because we're being rocked to sleep right now with this technology. And it's not what you think it's going to be. Now, last night, all the Democrats and all the mad people, the demonstrators, and all the homosexuals was throwing parties last night. And this morning, you demonstrating, you're mad, and you jumping up and down about Donald Trump. And then you got the white supremacists putting suits on. They're getting ready to throw an inauguration party. So y'all people need to wake the hell up. Y'all some confused ass people, man. You need to wake up and see what's really going on, and stop wasting all your energy and all your time worrying about Donald Trump and this election, because he is here to stay for the next 4 years, unless something spectacular happens. You understand me? Yeah. Unless somebody try to take him out of here, or somehow Democrats find a way to have him impeached or put out the House. Other than that, he's going to be here for the next 4 to 8 years. So you might as well get used to it. Stop crying and whining and wasting time and energy worrying about Donald Trump, because your life is going to change whether he's there or not. Don't worry about that. You're going to still be struggling to live. You have to survive. I'm a professional survivor. Yeah. I'm 60 years old this year. I've survived 40-year drug addiction. I've survived 15 years of prison, state and federal prisons around the country. And I've survived 10 years of homelessness. And doing all of this, while doing all of this simultaneously, I've survived living in a country, predominantly white country, that's racially biased and designed to oppress people of color and minorities and cater to the majority, which is Caucasian. So I've been survived all this, and I'm still not finished. I got work to do, and I hope you brothers will join me. You know, the people, the thinkers, the people who know the truth and who really want to make a change. Y'all got to work together. We got to work with me. We got to do something. But it's not going to happen by demonstrating, okay? Demonstrating never solve any damn thing. Make a lot of noise. Demonstration over. Everybody going home. Business as usual, okay? So we got to put some work in. That means education, okay? That means raising your children right. Get out of the technology and stop tripping. Because if you're not making millions of dollars off the technology, it's not working anyway. If anything, it's helping thieves and robbers take your money on it. Stay off the internet. Stay off the social media, because all you're doing is opening yourself up for disappointment. Yeah. So I just want to put that bug in your ear, everybody. We got to get to working in this year now, because there's something big coming down. And I'm telling you, you got to be ready to survive. You got to be recession-proof in this generation, this world, else you're going to drown. Okay? We got to uplift, and we got to educate our young people, because they are confused. Their minds going in all different directions, and they are, you know, they are looking for the right direction to go in, and we, as the older generation, we let them down. We let them down a long time ago. That's why today they're where they are and how they're thinking today. And we talking about IQ, intelligence quota. It's scary, man. The type of people that young people we're going to have moving into political positions and being voted in the office in the future. It's scary, man. With the kind of IQ I see in these young people today, it's going to be scary to have these people running our country and your future. So we got to do something about this, man. We got to work together. We got to start upgrading our intelligence quota and start educating people. That's the first step. Once we educate, then we got to put a plan into effect. And stop worrying about who's in the damn White House. Stop worrying about politicians, because they're in there for themselves. They're in there to fill their pockets and move on. That's their job. That's how they get paid. So you need to get on your job and start working. And start looking for what should I say? Stop worrying about just working for somebody, and start thinking on using your higher function to think, man, and start planning something bigger than just working for somebody the rest of your life. Because if you don't, you're going to be on that same job for the next 30 years, and you're going to still be unhappy and struggling from paycheck to paycheck, working 5 days a week and resting on the weekend and enjoying your life 2 days a week, which is ass backwards. It should be the other way around. You should be making enough money in 2 or 3 days to support yourself and to take care of your bills, and then have 3 or 4 days off. Wouldn't that be a lot better than the way it is now? And wouldn't it be nicer to retire at age 40 instead of age 60 or 70, when your back and your spine is curled up on you, and your knees and your arms gave out? Who the hell wants to retire then? You might as well just lay your ass down. At that age, we got to change a lot of things. We got to change law, push for different policies and different. We got to restructure this so-called democracy and make some real changes, and put the power in the hands of the people and not in the hands of representatives. Because I done showed you in the last 50 years, the only thing that representatives represent are themselves. Trust me. Forget that. The power is in the hands of the people, and we need to start grabbing hold of it and stop letting these fake, lying, greedy, selfish political puppets manipulate you out of your life and your money. It's time for a change, man. It's the new world order, and we got to make it new. Make our approach different. Okay? We got the Supreme Court. Yeah, we need, it shouldn't be, what? How many Supreme Justices we had? Whatever it is. The decisions made in this country that affect 300 million people shouldn't only be decided by a handful of Supreme Court justices, man, and some politicians. We need to get the people involved in making decisions and laws and policies in this country. That's the new plan that I have. Is in my book. Pick it up and read it when you see it. The New World Order by Timothy Donaldson. It's entitled The New World Order. Modern Mental Slavery in America. But it's a lot in the book. And part of it is my autobiography. Half of it is my autobiography. The other half talks about the New World Order. So when it comes out, I hope you grab it and look at it and read it and get the message that I put in it. Because this is serious, people. It's big. Yeah, it's bigger than us. It's bigger than any one person. Bigger than Donald Trump. Donald Trump will be moved on by the time, this book is out. But just please keep your head on tight. Don't lose your head. This is the wrong time for you to lose your mind, lose your head, people. Okay? We got work to do. So this is the original G of DC, the epitome of the DMV, spitting knowledge through poetry. Yes. And I'll be back in touch with you as soon as possible. Assalamu alaikum. And praise the Lord. Thank you.